Chapter 91. Profound Ice Restriction. Lan Binji's handprints formed, and the temperature in the martial arts arena plummeted. Faintly, there seemed to be an invisible big hand covering the entire martial arts arena. Huh? Nye Tian couldn't help frowning due to the bone-chilling coolness. He felt that the circulation of his vital veins suddenly slowed down, and it became extremely difficult for him to even move his body. Is this the spiritual restriction formation? Nye Tian raised his head slightly, and Nye Tian cried out in surprise. The corners of Lan Binji's eyes narrowed, and he immediately smiled and said, "I didn't expect you to have a lot of knowledge, and you can see that my black ice restriction is a spiritual formation. You surprised me more and more. This prince is almost I hate to kill you." Laughing wildly, with a strong sense of ridicule, Lan Binji had already determined that Nye Tian must die. The Xian Bing restriction is indeed a kind of spiritual formation, although it is only a second-order spiritual formation. In the hands of Lan Binji, it is enough to trap the Vientiane warriors. Spiritual formations, generally only spiritual formation masters can arrange them. Spirit Array Master is a more noble profession than Alchemy Master and Artifact Refiner. In the entire Blue Cloud Empire, there are only a handful of spiritual masters. Nye Tian was a talent in cultivation in his previous life. He was involved in alchemy, weapon refining, and spirit formations. Although he was not specialized in spirit formations, he had the attainment of an 8th-level spirit formation master. There are not many people in the whole of heaven that can overwhelm him with spiritual formation. The so-called spiritual array uses a delicate distribution of energy to coincide with the trend of heaven and earth, thus exerting a powerful force. The Xian Bing restriction is only a second-order spiritual formation, and Nye Tian can see the location of the formation's eye at a glance. Everyone around looked at the martial arts arena with expressions of horror. The Xian Bing restriction exudes extremely cold air, and the layers of cold air make the people who are close to the martial arts stage unbearable and retreat one after another. I didn't expect it. On the high platform, Qin Yetian was very excited, and laughed loudly. It turns out that His Highness Bing Yi comprehended the Xian Bing restricting spirit formation. It seems that this commander is too worried. Having said that, he looked at Zhang Yifeng intentionally or unintentionally, quite provocatively. Zhang Yifeng frowned and didn't speak. He didn't want to see Nye Tian lose, let alone see Nye Tian die. But until this moment, Zhang Yifeng still did not lose confidence in Nye Tian. He still believed that the winner of this battle was Nye Tian. Nye Tian, don't you feel stiff now, and it's very difficult to even move? Ha ha. This prince's black ice restriction, let alone you, a mere 4th-level Yuanling warrior, even a Vientiane martial artist, is trapped in the black ice restriction, and there is no chance of life. Lan Binji laughed wildly, but he was not in a hurry to act. He enjoyed Nye Tian's trapped appearance very much. Jean DeBeo was sweating profusely as he watched under the martial arts competition stage, swallowing saliva in his throat. "Boss, there must be no accident." Jean DeBeo had no choice but to worry. Xiu Shan and Qiu Linger were also nervous, looking at Nye Tian worriedly. Only Nye Yuro had a relaxed face, not worried about Nye Tian at all. In Nye Yuro's heart, Nye Tian was an invincible existence. Lan Bingchen, who was hiding in the crowd, was also in a cold sweat. If Lan Binji killed or defeated Nye Tian, his prestige would increase, and his crown prince might change hands. Nye Tian was trapped in the black ice restriction. Every muscle, every bone, and every blood vessel in his body seemed to be frozen stiff. To maintain the flexibility of his body, he constantly circulates his Yuan Mai and consumes his Yuan Li. Nye Tian, use your Yuan power to fight against the cold power of Xian Bing to your heart's content. I want to see how long you can last. Lan Binji joked on his face. It will be frozen into an ice sculpture in a second. At that time, as long as he touches it lightly, Nye Tian will be shattered into ice slag. Thinking of the scene where Nye Tian was shattered into ice, Lan Binji couldn't help laughing wildly. Nye Tian looked solemn, and the corners of his mouth suddenly raised strangely, thinking, "It seems that it's time to use the Bloodfeather Demon." Originally, Nie Tien didn't intend to use the Bloodfeather Heavenly Fiend Star Soul. After all, something like a Star Soul is too heaven-defying. Using it in full view will attract the attention of interested people. But now he has been driven to a dead end. If he doesn't use the Star Soul again, his chances of survival are slim. Although Nie Tien has already seen the Eye of Xuanbing's restriction, his current strength is too weak to break through the eye at all. Huh? Seeing the smile on the corner of Nie Tien's mouth, Lan Binji was taken aback, and said to himself, "Does he still have a whole card? Impossible! How can a scum of the 4th level of Yuanling break through the restriction of Xian Bing?" Lan Binji calmed down and didn't want to scare himself. At this moment, Nie Tien's soul space moved. The original chaotic coffin suddenly lit up, and the blood-feathered celestial spirit transformed into a mighty force and melted into the Dantian's vital veins. Immediately, the surging Yuan force filled the pubic region, and the Yuan veins that had been nearly exhausted were suddenly filled with Yuan power. Boom! Nie Tien's body trembled, and his aura surged, becoming more and more terrifying and powerful. How is it possible? Lan Binji was startled and subconsciously took a few steps back. For a moment, he was overwhelmed by Nie Tien's powerful aura, and his heart palpitated suddenly. On the high platform, Fan Jinwu, Zhang Yifeng, Qin Yedian, and others also noticed the abnormality and stood up one after another with surprised faces. No one could have imagined that Nie Tien, trapped in the Xian Bing restriction spirit formation at this time, could still erupt with such momentum, which is unimaginable. Qin Yedian clenched his fists tightly, ready to deal with abnormal situations at any time. Qin Yedian, let's do it. Let Nie Tien die in your hands. Only the old man can feel at ease. Fan Jinwu gave Qin Yedian a sideways look, and the corners of his mouth couldn't help but curl up. In the martial arts arena, Lan Binji was shocked by the sudden change, and Lan Binji quickly reacted. "I'll kill you!" He roared angrily, stabbing out the black ice sword in his hand, and a huge ice cone hit Nie Tien in the air. If he had known that Nie Tien had a backup, Lan Binji would not have been so calm and would have made a move long ago. Just when the ice pick was about to hit Nie Tien, the latter exploded. The wild momentum was like thunder on the ground. It exploded at once, and the invisible energy impacted the Xian Bing Forbidden Spirit Array. The Xian Bing restraint was on the verge of falling, and the entire martial arts arena trembled. Ai Anmin was stunned on the side. He never thought that the battle between the two teenagers could reach this level. Bang! Nie Tien stepped on his feet, exuding a terrifying aura, and his figure jumped high, like a giant dragon, soaring into the sky. Wow! In the next moment, the Xian Bing restricting spirit formation finally couldn't bear it, and suddenly shattered, with countless shards of ice appearing in the air. Lan Binji pierced the air with his sword, breaking the restriction of Xian Bing, causing his Blackwater Xian Bing Yuanling to be severely injured. His body trembled suddenly, a mouthful of blood spewed out, and after taking a few steps back, he sat down on his buttocks. Impossible! Lan Binji was furious, got up all of a sudden, roared, and spit out another mouthful of black blood. He never dreamed that Nie Tien would break his ice restriction. Die! At this moment, Nie Tien, who was in midair, suddenly let out a growl and punched down violently.